Hey everyone, I'm Justin Simmons, standing alongside the former Olympian, the world champion. Good to see you again, once again, Raul El Diamante Marquez. We are in Gillies in Dallas. It is one of the biggest venues in the city, and saying that it's a big night here tonight because we have Dallas taking on the Philly Smoke. And Raul, you had talked about before we got on air today, why it's such a special night for Dallas.
Well, I'm very excited to be here, first of all, and this is the homecoming for the Dallas team. You know, they want to perform in front of their hometown fans, in front of their families. They are 1-2 on the road. They lost against Las Vegas. They lost against New York. But in their last matchup, they had a really big win against San Antonio. So they want to continue that winning streak. But they're in there against a very tough, experienced team. The number one team in the league, the Philly Smoke, that are 4-1. They have wins over New York, Los Angeles, Miami, Atlanta. But in their last matchup, they lost against Boston. It was a very close matchup. They lost by 1 point. So they want to get back on the winning streak too. And you know how they, on this type of platforms, Justin, anything could happen. And I'm curious to see how this teams match up, you know, because it's not always the team that has the best record that ends up winning, as Philly found out in their last matchup against Boston.
Yeah, you just never know how it's going to break down, but what we do know are the rules of how Team Combat League does work. You have 24 fights going from the launch rounds to the middle rounds and then those big money rounds towards the end. Scoring on a 10-point system, it can go 10-8, it can go 10-7 with 2 knockdowns and a stoppage. So anything can happen here tonight. Let's talk to both coaches to see how they break down what could possibly happen here in Gillies. Hey y'all, we are in the Dallas Enforcers locker room and we are standing right next to head coach Tony Mack. And coach, no lies detected here because everybody already knows all around the DFW. It is homecoming here tonight in Gillies in Dallas. Does it add a little extra pressure for you and your boxers this evening?
No pressure. It brings excitement because we got the hometown behind us. We got our friends, our family, our fans when I was boxing, and so they get to come out and see us fight. It's like bringing back the old memories.
Yeah, and I mean, I'm sure you're going to see a lot of familiar faces, and hopefully the ones that can't make it will be watching at home as well. I don't want to get in too much into your game plan, but do you think you can give us maybe a key to victory for your team, maybe a couple of key matches that we should be looking out for this evening?
Bola and Jesse Hart. That's one of my favorite matches. Eric Howard, he's fighting Rasheen Brown. He's going to set the tone for us. But the game plan is to stay focused, stay disciplined, fight together as a team. Even though this boxing is known to be an individual sport, it's still a team sport now. It's a lot different than normal, but coming together as a team and we'll be successful. We'll be good.
I'm glad you bring that up, Coach. That's the cool thing about Team Combat League is that these guys are really fighting for not just themselves, but for the city as well. 100%. And speaking about that, we all know how it works out. It's Philadelphia versus Dallas, and we're talking sports. There is no love lost between the two cities. What does that mean for you and your team tonight?
We got to hold it down for the Cowboys as well, you know. So we're going to set the tone for the Cowboys for Philadelphia. So that's what we're going to do. We just make it happen. But it's meaning a lot for us because Philadelphia is a really good team, but as we come together as a team, we're going to be 10 times better. They think they got us beat. Well, no, we got a brand new team here. We've been putting in work. Like, this is a new system for me, a new system for my fighters. I got a bunch of hungry, young fighters, and so it's new to them, but at the same time, we was able to bond, we able to come together. It's later in the season, so we learn each other. We get better with each other, and it's we like a family now. This what's going to bring us together. That's what's going to make us fight 10 times harder for each other.
Well, Coach, we're expecting a great fight here tonight. We wish you a lot of luck, and thank you again for your time before the fights.
Man, I appreciate you, brother.
Hey, everyone. We are standing ringside here in Gillies in Dallas, Team Combat League in Big D. We're talking with Philly Smoke assistant coach Omir Aiden. And Omir, you know, the number one team right now in Team Combat League, does that mean that there's any extra pressure for your Philly Smoke to perform here tonight?
Nah, we feel no pressure at all. We just came to do what we always do, and that's win.
Very, very few words, but very confident as always, because you guys do have that 4-1 record. Talking about winning, let me ask you so you can tell the people out there, what would be the keys to victory here on the road? You guys have had a lot of fights in Philadelphia, haven't ventured too much away from the 2300 arena.
I mean, I think the main keys are to stay focused. A lot of times, like, we come out to places not just us, but everyone else. You kind of come out, you get comfortable. The main thing is to get the job done. Then you can, enjoy the little vacations we have.
Amir, let me ask you one final question here. It's homecoming for Dallas. We know the history, sports history, especially when it comes between Philadelphia and Dallas, Texas. What would it mean to you and your team if you guys were able to walk away with the victory on homecoming here in Big D tonight?
Man, it would mean a lot, and it's going to happen. You know what I mean? Just like in football. Dallas always loses to the Eagles. Philly's about to take it home again.
Oh, man, you just made a lot of people out in Dallas very upset with that one. But we'll see if the Philly smoke can come through here on the road in Big D. Well, you heard from both coaches right there. And Raul, just like in the NFL, is Philly versus Dallas. And there is no love between these two fan bases. How do you expect this to go this evening?
Well, I mean, like I said, I'm super excited. Philly, they're coming off that loss against Boston. They're trying to get back on the winning streak. But for Dallas, it's a hometown game, and they coming off a big win over San Antonio, and they are trying to keep their winning streak going. So you can't go wrong. I'm ready to go. Let's do it.
Man, Raul's got me hyped. Hopefully you're hyped out there. We'll see you on the other side on TeamCombatLeague.com, starting on the YouTube channel and then on Brawl Pass.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the greatness of Gillies. My name is Mark Elfenbein of Sports Radio 96.7 and 1310 The Ticket, and it is Gillies presenting the Texas Combat League. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd love to introduce to you tonight from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, we'd like to welcome the Philadelphia Smoke, coached by Bob Kane. The Philadelphia Smoke. All right, ladies and gentlemen, once again, the Philadelphia Smoke. And continuing at Gillies with the Team Combat League. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for Team Dallas. Welcome your hometown team, the Dallas Enforcers. Dallas is coached by A.C. Mack. Ladies and gentlemen, Team Combat League and Gillies presents the Philadelphia Smoke against the Dallas Enforcers. Let's hear it, come on. I need everybody's attention, please. Can you please rise and remove your hats for our national anthem to be sung by Dameron Grove.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we held at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bomb bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Dameron Grove, how about that, ladies and gentlemen?
All right, my friends, we are almost set to go here. Opening rounds here in the launch rounds on the YouTube channel for Team Combat League. Myself, Justin Simmons, joined alongside once again the former Olympian, former world champion, Raul El Diamante Marquez. And Raul, it's so great to be back with you here, Team Combat League, this time in Dallas.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome
Super excited to be here. Not too far away from Houston. Next week we'll be in Houston, Texas for Team Combat League. But tonight, it's here in Dallas at the Gillies Arena. Philly against Dallas. You can see the crowd is pumped up, man. They're ready to cheer on their team, the Dallas Enforcers.
Well, you heard the man in the ring, Mark Elfenbein, our ring announcer this evening. Rasheem Brown versus Eric Howard to get us started here in the launch rounds. Live for you on YouTube. Make sure you invest in that Brawl Pass. You can get it for $7.99 for a month, $59.99. That breaks down to $4.99 for the year. And this should be a good one to get us going. These two fighters will be fighting later on in the night as well in the money rounds, and Rasheem Brown landing with that uppercut to get us started for the Philly Smoke.
Brown out of the southpaw stance, trying to establish that jab, like you said, right off the top. We know the jab is very important in boxing. Sets up other combinations.
We talked about it in the past. It's just like you want to be fast, but you don't want to overdo it from the get-go, but you only have 3 minutes to work with. if this is your first time watching.
Yep, it's a fast pace. Set everything behind a jab. You got to be busy, but you got to also be intelligent with your pressure, Justin.
Howard missing.
And what I meant is not only the pressure, but your defense. You can't just walk in and get hit.
And right now, it seems that Rasheem Brown is kind of living up to what you're saying right now, being elusive, not getting hit by anything, really clean. Did take a right there. But so far, so good for Brown.
Yeah, he keeps touching with that jab, setting up that 1-2. I feel like Howard's a little bit off distance. Keeps missing. He's got to double up with his jab to get a little bit close that distance, and be able to hit Rasheem Brown.
You know, since both of these fighters are fighting in the money rounds later that you can see on Brawl Pass, how much of this is more of a feel-out than it is a full-out attack for these 3 minutes for these two?
Well, at the end of the day, I mean, even if they want to look at it as a fill-out, but guess what? You got to win the round, too.
Yeah, that's true.
You got to win the round for your team. So whether they're filling each other out or not, just make sure you win the round.
Yeah, those points do add up. 10-9 to the winner. It can go 10-8 with a knockdown, and it can go 10-7 with 2 knockdowns or a stoppage. I think we've only had 1 tie in Team Combat League this season in the regular season. Obviously in the playoffs, there will be a tiebreaker. But Philly versus
nice.
Dallas, no love lost. You can feel the excitement here in Gillies tonight.
Nice counters by the guy from Philly, Brown. Going to the body, going on top, keeps stabbing him with that jab. Well, you see Howard trying to jab too. But like I said, he's a little bit off distance. His jab just can't reach Brown.
Yeah, Brown, very accomplished in Team Combat League, 6-1 this season. Coming off of a unanimous decision victory against Michael Valentin from the Boston Butchers, where Philly actually took their first loss of the season. Final 10 seconds of our opening launch round here on YouTube. Again, a big thanks to all of you that are joining us, especially all that are joining us for the first time. You're in for a real treat. Oh, good uppercut at the end there from Brown. And Raul, opening round in the books here. How do you think this one goes?
I think the guy from Philly got it, but we'll see. I'm not a judge, judge sees different things. There we see Brown trying to establish the jab and the combinations, good hooks there, counter hooks. There's the counter right hand he missed. I just think he was more active, threw more punches. At the end of the day, he connected more.
Let's let Mark Elfenbein introduce our next fighters coming up here for our second launch round.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready for our next bout. Welcome to bout number 2 in the 126-pound division. First up from the Philadelphia Smoke is Brittany Sims. And from the Dallas Enforcers, it's Alexis Moniz. Let's get it on!
Oh, you hear the love for Alexis Moniz from Fort Worth, Texas, part of the DFW, taking on another really good fighter for the Philly Smoke in Brittany Sims, who has been undefeated this season at 8-0 with a KO as well. Or at least 1 knockdown, rather. In Philadelphia, taking that first round 10-9, so Rasheem Brown.
There you go.
Setting the tempo here for the Smoke on the road. They haven't fought a lot away from the 2300 arena in Philadelphia this season. And as we talked about it before, homecoming for Dallas, so a lot of pressure on as they look to make it 2 in a row.
Yeah, sometimes we talked about that when you fight in front of your hometown fans and then you got the family. It's pressure for the hometown team, Justin, because, they feel pressure. They got to win. They got to throw punches. And sometimes you might run into punches and get hit.
Yeah, and I can only imagine how it is while you're trying to prepare for a fight and you got people bothering you for tickets and where they're going to be sitting and such.
Right.
Got to push all of that out. Sims in the purple with white. Moniz in the red of Dallas. Right now it's both in the orthodox stance. That's the jab missing from Moniz.
It looks like Sims is getting the better of Moniz. Sims being aggressive, coming forward. Good shots there by Simmons, connected with overhand rights. Mona's trying to crowd her.
Kind of goes back to what you said, is you have to be careful as you're trying to be aggressive from the get-go, and that's been Sims's MO so far, and it has worked.
Some nice, solid shots by Sims. I think Mona's felt those hard shots. You could tell by her facial expression, her backing up. But Mona's just trying. I mean, hey, look, it's 1 round, 3 minutes. You got to throw punches. But you could see that Sims is the more skillful fighter, stronger, landing the bigger shots. Mona's just trying, don't get me wrong.
Sims, though, it looks like she's already figured out.
Yeah, that jab, you know, she got that long, she got the reach, so she's, you know, her jab gets there first.
Exactly, that distance has already been set. Staying busy in the clinch. Like we talked about, 8-0. Beat Leash Pike with a TKO last time out with the Boston Butchers, and that was a huge left hand that landed for Sims. Give credit to Monas, though, not backing down. Oh.
Good, solid shots there by Sims. She's smart, you know. Look at Mona's landed a big left hook.
Final 10 seconds, and that can definitely sway the judges here at home as Dallas looking to take their first round, but Mona's a little wobbly there thanks to Sims landing another punch at the end. And I'm not the judge, but it looks like Philadelphia may have taken the first 2 rounds here.
Philadelphia 10, Dallas 9.
You'll see it here on the replay as you heard from Mark Elfenbein. Introducing our next fighters.
From the Philadelphia Smoke, it's Avery Sparrow. Avery Sparrow. And from the Dallas Enforcers, it's Avery Graham.
So
Darrow against Graham.
This should be an exciting fight at 135.
Last round was won by Philadelphia 10-9.
There you go.
You would imagine that Graham's feeling a little pressure now that his team has dropped the 2 opening rounds.
And he's being aggressive. He just landed a big left hand. I think he's going for the knockout. Now look, if he scores a knockout or a knockdown, remember a knockout, that's a 10 knockdown, that's a 10-8 round. If he wins by knockout, that's a 10-7 round.
Exactly, and that would be huge. That get Dallas right back into it, and there's some trouble here for Sparrow. Good movement from Graham. He's staying out of the pocket with those diagonals. And he's finding the openings. Going from bottom to top. And you can feel it.
Look at Graham. He's throwing everything with bad intentions. He's trying to get the knockout, Justin.
Smart move there by Sparrow to tie up, knowing that they were in trouble. The referee warning both fighters there, but look at Graham just evading out. Oh, and good exchange there by both. And it looks like we had a loss of the mouthpiece from Graham. So this is going to give Sparrow a chance to kind of reconnect here. I think that killed a lot of momentum from Graham, and both guys not even waiting for the referee. Just exchanging another left hand. This time landed by Sparrow up top. And it's a good scrap. Here. You can hear the thuds.
But Graham is getting the best out of him. Has him on the ropes.
But he eats another shot right up to the head. Thanks to that left hand of Sparrow, and they're utilizing some of the weight behind the head to try to slow things down as the Philly Smoke try to work their way back into this round that started off well for Dallas.
I tell you what, Graham is going for it. They need it.
A good left hand snuck in there from Graham. And hits him to the body as well with that left hand. As Sparrow up against the ropes and not really much room to work with here. It's been all Graham for the most part, as it was a straight shot down the middle with that right hand delivered by Graham.
I'll tell you what, Graham gets a little bit wild at times, Justin, so he's got to watch out the way he throws those shots, because Sparrow, he's landed some of those shots too, so you don't want to get caught and get knocked out. Graham is winning the round, but all it takes is one shot. If you go down, that'll make him lose the round.
Exactly. It would make it 10-8 automatically because of the knockdown. But 10 seconds to go here in our third launch round. And Dallas looking for their first victory tonight, and they might get it here thanks to Avery and Graham. Good scrap. Again, we're going to be looking for a round of the night at the end of all this, and that one, my friends, is definitely a contender.
That was a give and take, back and forth. But you see Graham all over Sparrow at the beginning. But look, he got caught there.
Yep.
Like I told you, he swings wild, and he gets caught. He's got to be careful with that.
But not afraid to take a punch to give a punch. As we'll throw it up to Mark Elfenbein.
Ladies and gentlemen, next up in the 147-pound division from the Philadelphia Smoke, it is Henry Cedeno Martinez. And from the Dallas Enforcers, it's Deontay BRAWL.
Cedeno Martinez from the Dominican Republic originally. La Bazooka, as Dallas Enforcers taking their first round.
Dallas won the round 10-9.
There you go.
Exactly what they needed here on homecoming on this Juneteenth Wednesday.
29 Philadelphia, 28 Dallas.
Dallas only down by one here as we enter our fourth fight of the night. Deontay Brown in the red, La Bazooka in the purple and white. Brown 2-1, Cedeno 4-1 this season in Team Combat League.
Martinez, La Bazooka, huh? Yeah, he's trying to land the big shot, huh?
That's what he's looking for. When it comes to traditional boxing, he's gone 13-0 with 10 KO wins. Has La Bazooka, so we'll see if that translates here to the Team Combat League in this fight. Last time out, May 5th, or May 2nd rather, he had the unanimous decision victory against Howard Davis. But Brown landing the right hand on the overhand. And stuck in the jab with the other left. Nicely done by Brown.
Yeah, Brown, you can tell he's the more technical fighter. He's smart, using his speed, his movement. He scores and gives him that little turn, doesn't stay in front of Martinez. See right there, he scored, backs up. You don't want to back up too much with his head up in the air. He's got to keep turning him. Make the fight in the center of the ring. Stay away from the ropes. Good shots there by Brown. He's boxing very intelligently there.
Not putting himself in too much danger.
Right, staying out of the line of fire. Oh, nice.
But got hit there. But look at that, quickly gets out of the way and gets his back off of the ropes. Nicely done by Brown. This round so far hard to call. And the referee not breaking up anything there, letting them work it out themselves.
Yeah, that's a good thing. He's staying away. I like referees like that. Let them work, you know. There's really no holding being done. I mean, they get clinched, they separate.
Man, I've seen you fight before, man, so I know you like it in the pocket. You just want to swing away. Don't bother with the ref. Oh, Martinez in a little trouble, though.
Martinez trying to come on. He landed some good body shots, uppercuts.
Oh, both gave an exchange there. Oh, that one looked like it could have been to the back of the head. No knockdown ruled, as Martinez got the better part of that last exchange. Hit him with the left jab, did La Bazooka. Oh! Stinging left, delivered by Deontay Brown.
Solid shots, very accurate. I just think Brown is being more accurate, more precise with his shots. Not saying Martinez is not landing, but he's missing more. A little bit wild too, Justin Martinez at times. Trying to hunt him down.
I think it's because it's homecoming. The crowd here at Gilley's really providing a good atmosphere for all the fighters so far. Last 10 seconds of this round. And left hand once again landing up top, this time from Martinez. And the right there at the very end. Maybe enough to steal this round towards the end. It depends on the judges, really.
It depends. We are in Dallas. I mean, close round like that.
I know Brown looked really good for the first 2 minutes of that fight, but those last 20 seconds.
He didn't throw he didn't throw it all.
Yeah. And you'll see it here on the replay as Mark Elfenbein will introduce our next fighters getting ready as you guys look at the highlights.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, next up in the 147-pound division from the Philadelphia Storm, it is Shamara Woods. And from the Dallas Enforcers, it is Brianna Carrera.
No doubt that
Philadelphia Smoke won the last round, 10-9.
There you go. They gave it to Philly.
you kind of have to think that it came at the end of that round.
And the cumulative score is 39-37.
So it's now a 2-point lead for Philadelphia. As we jump back into the ring in the featherweight division with the women, Carrera from Arlington, Texas, with a big crowd on hand, and you can see the aggressiveness early on already from Carrera. Shamara Woods, 2-6 this season for Philly.
Woods is trying to box, trying to circle around him, but look, Carrera landed some good, solid shots to the body, over the top. I just see Carrera more focused, more relaxed.
That ring generalship, controlling the middle of the ring.
Oh!
Great shot landed there from Carrera.
Yeah. Right hand, left hook. Good, solid shots there, going on the body, over the top. She's really making her punches count, Justin. I mean, like, she doesn't telegraph. It looks like she doesn't waste any punches. Every shot she throws makes it count. Look at that.
Just like that. She has a counter for everything. And wobbly legs. No knockdown scored, though. As the referee will let things continue. But if you're Carrera, you have to stay on Woods right now. That's Woods, mean mugging, but definitely in danger.
Oh, big bounce by Carrera. She's going for it now.
Oh, there it is! The first tumble of the night, and Woods is definitely shaken. The right hand for Carrera.
Oh, she's out. That's it. No way.
Oh, she's up to her feet, but she's out. Woods saying, I got back to my feet. The referee waving it off, and that's going to be a 10-7 round. Thanks to the right hand, the explosiveness of Brianna Carrera in front of her hometown fans. What a shot.
Carrera was not played here tonight. I mean, she went in there. I saw it from the beginning, her focus, her jab, setting up her power shots, and she did it. She landed it and put her to sleep.
Sent her to Slumberville with that right hand. We'll see it again here on the replay.
Boom!
Oh, with the left and then the right. That was a beautiful knockdown and knockout, essentially, right there from Brianna Carrera.
I'll tell you what, that's got to motivate the Dallas team. She's definitely a team player. That's got to be very motivational for the Dallas Enforcers.
Yeah, no doubt.
Big win, too. Big round, 10-7, man. They need that.
Yes, and that will get them right back into the fray, as we should be even on the overall scoreline now.
And Carrera's someone you need in the money rounds. She'll score another. Well, you know what? She's not going to be able to come back with Woods anymore, right?
No, and we talked about it before, but she will be there in the middle rounds against Woods, and we'll see if Woods can recover.
Can they come back after a knockdown? I'm not too sure about that. The way she got knocked down, I don't know.
Round was won by Dallas 10-7, and the Dallas Enforcers lead 47-46.
It just shows you how good my math is. Dallas now officially in the lead for the first time tonight. This is Steve Cunningham Jr., actually, making his debut in Team Combat League here this evening. A really good amateur from the Pennsylvania area going against Joshua Jenkins.
Yeah, very familiar with both of these guys. They fought both in my son's weight class. Giovanni Marquez, who's a pro now, my son, 10-0 with 5 knockouts. He beat Joshua Jenkins in the amateurs.
Both these guys will be fighting twice tonight.
Yeah. And Cunningham was a good amateur too. They were in the same brackets a lot together.
And you talk about those amateur credentials. This Team Combat League, the way that it's structured, where you get this 1 3-round fight, it really seems that it does well for the amateurs when it comes to scoring points.
Yeah, because the amateurs is fast paced. You got to score points, hit and not get hit, and it's only 3 rounds. This is only 1 round, 3 minutes. So at the end of the day, it's fast-paced, like we said. Oh, Jenkins going a little bit wild there.
Good job by Cunningham to kind of just push him off to evade the rest of those punches.
Cutting him off of the southpaw stance.
Cunningham Jr. 2-0 in traditional boxing with 2 KOs. As for Jenkins, 1-0 in his pro boxing repertoire with 1 KO as well. The left hand landed by Cunningham Jr. Right to the body moments ago, but right now this thing's come to a standstill as both fighters trying to figure out where's the point of attack. As we're midway through the round.
They're both trying to be smart, measure each other with the jab. Trying to land their 1-2. Oh, look at Cunningham with a fast, explosive 1-2 down the middle. Trying to set up, you see that jab?
Set him up there as he was able to come with the counter uppercut. Was and Jenkins continues to hit with that uppercut. Cunningham trying to come back here with the 1-2. Out of that southpaw stance. Oh, he hit him with that uppercut to the body.
Beautiful uppercut by Cunningham, right?
Yeah, almost got him in there, that kidney. With that body shot.
Yeah, he caught him coming in.
Let's see if that slows down Jenkins here. Again, Dallas ahead, 47-46. Straight left hand with the hook also landing there from Cunningham Jr.
Yeah, I think Cunningham's getting the best of him now.
If he can close it out strong, you feel that this round would go to Philadelphia.
I agree. Oh, nice counter, left hand right there by Cunningham.
Not sure if either guy did enough here towards the end to sway the judges and change any decisions. Pretty even scrap right there between those two.
Yeah, let's see who wins it. It was Cunningham with the jab. Set up his combination, but then Jenkins also trying to set up his shots. He misses there, gets countered by Cunningham. I think that's what won Cunningham the round, is counter punching. We'll see.
Put it right on the button. That's for sure.
Division from the Philadelphia Storm, Smoke, it is Jesse Hart. And from the Dallas Enforcers, Abimbola Asundaro.
Well, when we were talking to both coaches, this is a fight that they highlighted for us. Sandario versus Jesse Hart.
Philadelphia won that last round 10-9.
There you go, Cunningham.
And it is now tied 56-56.
No surprises really on that last fight. Sandario, a really good amateur. Jesse, hard work Hart, a very experienced pro, 31-3 in regular fights with 25 KOs. A little bit older at 34.
Yeah, he's a veteran.
But he knows his way around the squared circle, that's for sure. Osundario, though, 8-2 in Team Combat League this season, so he's really figured out this one-round style.
Osundario out of the left-hand stance. A little bit of wrestling there, a lot of holding.
Oh, that right hand, though, landing. Thanks from Jesse Hart. These are the light heavyweights here. Our camera crew getting you the best shots possible, making you feel like you're right here with us.
Tell you what, these guys get, they're strong, they get wild. Right above us here, at times it feels like they're going to fall on top of us.
That's what I'm afraid of, man. You're going to
be ready,
me, right?
Oh, yeah, be ready, man. See, the referee had to cool him down. He saw too much emotions and a lot of wrestling.
Production staff was like, hey, make sure you save the monitor. That's the most important thing.
Go.
I know it's expensive. I'll make sure to grab it. Talking about grabbing, both of these guys grabbing at each other. We've seen more wrestling than we've seen boxing so far.
We have, yeah. It's been, like I said, it's a lot of holding and wrestling, wild shots. Neither one really landed solid shots,
They're all glancing blows, and they all been up close where it takes up the sting. I was expecting a more technical battle between these two. Instead, we were getting more of a muddy brawl.
They're making it look ugly, Justin. They're wild. Oh, surprised they haven't banged heads, man. The way they're rushing into each other.
That's exactly where I was getting at. We were very lucky we didn't get a headbutt there. Oh, we did get a headbutt or
something's going on.
Because I don't think that came from a punch.
Accident. There you go.
Well,
It was so fast. It was so fast that it's hard because they're rushing into each other. They're throwing wild and they're strong. And
so you see here the doctor taking a look at hard work.
Can he continue that way? I mean, in the tournament,
yeah, because
I don't know if he fights again in the middle rounds, or that cut could even up with him more.
Yeah, we're gonna find out because he's supposed to fight in the money rounds at the end tonight here on Brawl Pass. So make sure you buy your Brawl Pass so you can find out how the rest of this will transpire. If Hart can continue later on, he looks motivated now after taking the cut. As Usandario, a little bit of a rabbit punch there, and the referee acknowledging it. So with the way it's going right now, it looks like Jesse Hart should win the round.
I think so, yeah. He's using his veteran skills. He's got more experience. Because like we said from the beginning, it's an ugly round. It's an ugly fight, it's an ugly round.
It's like one of those ties that you get for Father's Day that you'll never wear, right?
You wonder, like, in a round like this with this guy, like, what would happen in a 6-round fight or 8-round fight? Would they keep going like that? Would that pace slow down? Would they settle down more,
I wonder if it would even make it to 6 rounds if it was a 6-round fight, man, with the way these two are going. Still chasing him, and as you can see the smile there from Jesse Hard Work Hart. Usandario 8-2 coming into this one. Hart was 3-1. Both of them looking for the W here, and it might go to Hart despite that accidental headbutt.
Ladies and gentlemen, in the 201-pound division from the Philadelphia Smoke, it is Ali Ellis. And from the Dallas Enforcers, it is Corey Gibson.
So this is our last launch round of the night. Make sure you purchase your Brawl Pass so you can continue to watch this great event here in Team Combat League here from Gillies in Dallas on this Juneteenth. $7.99 for the month. $59
in the last round, and our score
$59.99 for the year. That's $4.99 a month, y'all. Great deal. So Philly did take the last round.
There you go. You're right. Hart with the veteran experience.
But it's close.
Very close, yeah.
66-65, and you know how it is when it comes to Dallas and Philadelphia in any sport. Neither city likes each other. And it also extends to these fighters. Busy left hands there from Ali Ellis. Taking on Corey Gibson. Gibson 3-1 this season. Ellis 0-2, still searching for their first victory in season 2. These are the heavyweights.
The big boys, huh? All it takes is one shot. We'll see. Well, so far, Gibson, he's fighting smart. He's boxing, moving in circles, not standing in front of Ellis. Good jab by Gibson. Good solid jab. You could, controlling the distance. Big miss, yeah.
But we've already seen one knockout here this evening, thanks to Shamara Woods. So maybe we get another one before we have to get into the middle rounds with these heavyweights. It's 66-65 overall score for Philadelphia. We take those scores at the end of all 24 rounds, and that's how we determine who wins. If this is your first time watching Team Combat League, a big thanks to all of y'all. Justin Simmons alongside Raul El Diamante Marquez for these fantastic fights for you. And this is the other thing with heavyweights, though. The energy tends to run out a little bit quicker just because of their size. Caught him with the left a couple of times up top, did Ellis, as those hooks found their way.
Yeah, but Gibson is just outboxing him. Keeps using that jab and that 1-2 down the middle.
Keeps on seeming that Ellis is trying to set up that overhand right, but Gibson just staying out of that reach.
Yeah, he's smart. He doesn't stay in front of him that long. He throws his 1-2 and he keeps circling, doesn't stand in front of him. Smart fighter, good boxer. I mean, that's the way you fight a guy like Ellis. Keep moving in circles, keep jabbing, 1-2 down the middle. Hold him in the inside, let the referee break your part, get back on the outside. If you hurt him, then go for it. See?
Left hand landed cleanly there for Gibson, but now Ellis looking like the busier fighter here towards the end of the round.
Yeah, but he's too wild. He's too wild with his shots.
And that's from our vantage point. Oh, no!
Oh.
Did that come at the end of the round?
Was that a knockdown? After he was winning the round.
Oh,
After he was winning the round. That was not good. I think he was a little bit off balance. He did get hit, but he was off balance. He was winning the round, Justin.
Yeah.
I thought he won the round.
Well, we do get a knockdown, so that automatically makes it 10-8. So Philadelphia getting a great win there from Ellis at the very end. And like you said beforehand, Raul, that it seemed that Gibson was going to win this. And right here, towards the end, you see him kind of lose his balance. I'm not sure if he tripped over his own feet. The monitor was in my way when that happened. But that was an awkward fall. It looks like he was thinking he was closer to the ropes and that he was going to back into the ropes, and he didn't.
That's a good observation. You're right. You're right. But he's not going to win that round.
From the last round, 10-8 Philadelphia, which means after the launch rounds, they're leading 76-73 over Dallas. Taking a short intermission, be back in just a smidge.
Yeah, that was a big win there for the Philly Smoke. All right, my friends, we will see you on Brawl Pass.
Anything that you wanted to talk about specifically? Okay. Good. Yeah, no, man, you're excellent.
Well, a big hello to all of y'all that are joining us on the Team Combat League Brawl Pass. Hopefully you were following along from the YouTube channel. Already saw one knockout this evening as you get a good look at Dallas here during their homecoming. Right now they're down 76-73 to the Philadelphia Smoke. Dallas, though, having a win off of San Antonio last time out, trying to make it 2 in a row. Philadelphia trying to bounce back after their loss against Boston.
And by the way, the knockout came by the girl boxers.
Yeah.
Carrera.
Jeez.
Man, she landed a big right hand over the top. She looked great.
And she should be in action again.
Yeah, Shamara Woods, I mean, she was really hurt, Justin.
And I'm glad you bring that up. I'm interested to see because they are supposed to fight once again here in the middle rounds.
That's what I'm curious to see. I mean, if they're going to allow her to fight, because when you get knocked out like that, I mean, you get suspended. I mean, it's a concussion. The way she got back up, and you could see, like, her balance. She was
out on her feet.
Yeah, she didn't know where she was at.
Yeah, that was a scary knockout.
Yes.
But, I mean, well earned by Carrera. That hometown fans here in Dallas, as we are hearing Gillies, really powering them through. But we are in the middle of a little intermission here. As we get ready for those middle rounds tonight. We'll have a couple of fighters repeat here in the middle rounds, but we'll see some new faces here very shortly.
Well, 76-73 for the #1 ranked team on the league. Philly Smoke, they're trying to get back on the winning streak after they lost to Boston in a very close match by 1 point.
Raul, I was surprised that they lost to Boston. I really felt with the way that the Butchers have been performing as a team this year that it was going to be all Philadelphia, and they were going to go undefeated. It just seemed inevitable. But again, this is boxing. You never know what's going to happen.
Well, this is not only boxing. I mean, it is boxing, but it's a different platform. This is what you see, like 1 round, 3 minutes. Anything could happen. Just like I said, like just because a team has a better record, you know, they're undefeated or they only got 1 loss, and you got like a team that's 0-2 or 0-1 or 1-2, it doesn't mean that the better team with the better record is going to come up ahead. You know, we saw it when they lost against Boston.
Yeah, and the other thing that we're also going to have to be taking a look at is who's going to be available to fight again as they're scheduled to fight again. We saw some headbutts. We'll see how that cut will play
that
part
is
of
true.
it. Jesse Hart was victorious, but he did take the cut.
Not a big cut, but can it affect them? You know,
man.
It's 1 round, but still, like it's still going to affect if it starts bleeding again.
Raul, I love working with you because of your experience as a champion and everything that you've gone through in your great career. But if anybody knows about cuts, it's you, my man. I know you fought some guys on short notice after not letting some cuts heal in your career.
Cuts never, but look, cuts bother people in different fighters, different ways. I've seen it from covering so many fights.
Yeah.
Like young prospects. I want to see when a young prospect gets cut, how is that going to affect them? Like, say he's winning the fight or he gets cut early in the fight. How, you know, can he deal with that adversity? Can he deal with the blood in his eye? Is he going to lose focus? Is he gonna stay focused? And also, like, as you go more rounds as a prospect, 6, 8, 10 rounds, how do you handle that with the blood continue to bleed if the corner can't stop it? You know, sometimes the corner is not able to stop that bleeding right away. It takes 1 or 2 rounds to really stop the bleeding. And for me, I'm gonna be honest, I probably fought better when I probably honestly, man, I fought better when I when I smelled the blood or when I saw the blood, because
You were like a shark in water when you saw the
Yeah.
blood, man. It just like
That-
turned
it
that
did-
switch.
it didn't affect me at all. I don't know. That never affected me. To me, it made me fight stronger. I don't know. I came forward. Everybody knew my style. I came to fight. Blood didn't faze me.
All right, my friends, we're getting right into the middle rounds here. Mark Elfenbein, our announcer, will introduce our next fighters.
Underway from the Philadelphia Smoke, it is Giovanni Telez. And from the Dallas Enforcers, it is Kevin Ramos.
A different Giovanni.
Yeah. Deyes, not Telez. Deyes.
From
Let
Nicaragua.
me get the pronunciation right?
Giovanni Deyes going against Kevin Ramos. Ramos making his debut, originally from Mexico, but now fighting out of Minneapolis. Nope.
Oh!
It might be a quick debut, not the way you want it to go. It's Deyes. Let's see, up to 7. Put him already down on the ground already. Give credit to Ramos, though. Gets back up. He looks like he's ready to go.
Out of nowhere, he's going for that left hand again. Watch that left hand by Deyes.
No knockdown, just a slip.
I think Ramos is still hurt, Justin. He's a little bit shaky.
I'm
And
interested.
Deyes knows it.
Yeah, I mean, no previous pro boxing experience that I saw for Ramos. I don't know if he can handle himself in this situation. We're going to find out on the fly, as Deyes already has scored a knockdown. Maybe he can get the knockout to get us started here in the middle rounds.
Got enough time, 2 minutes. Ramos holding on.
Well, it's going to feel like an eternity for Kevin Ramos now.
I still think he's hurt. See, Deyes,
He looks timid.
yeah, Deyes is trying to land that big left hand again, trying to set it up. He needs that jab. He needs to blind him with the jab.
Well, you see the nose is bloody already from Kevin Ramos. Give him credit, though, fighting back after the knockdown. I'm surprised that Deyes is actually taking his foot off the pedal. It looks like he's trying to counter something that might not be coming.
I mean, he might have run out of gas a little bit. I don't know. We'll see. Look, he's not throwing the same unless he's just looking for that one big shot. But look at Ramos. He's coming back. He's got tightened up on his defense. Swings a little bit too wild, Ramos. Oh. You know what? I think Deyes is tired. Justin. Great observation. Like, he's not throwing the same. He's trying to land one shot.
He was successful with the uppercut to the body moments ago. Did score the knockdown. But with a minute to go, Ramos trying to get back into it. Did connect with the left-hand hook. Oh, but there comes Deyes here. Maybe he was just trying to buy some time.
That or trying to bait him in. Try to play possum a little bit.
Ramos fighting back, though, this time after getting shaken early on. Uppercut did land as he put his head down on Ramos from Deyes. Giovanni, 13-1 when it comes to traditional boxing. 9 KOs in his pro career. Was victorious against Michael Valentin last time he fought in Team Combat League. Oh, we're taking away a point. So the knockdown that he scored will now essentially be erased. And it's almost like we're in an even round.
Oh.
Who's going to win the round now? Both guys exchanging flurries of punches here towards the end. It gets the crowd on their feet. But that's exactly what you love to see here at the end of a round.
Yeah, they were trying to close the round.
Good sportsmanship there, too, by both fighters.
After they beat the crap out of each other.
Definitely so. Let's see on the replay here. As
Watch that knockdown. Watch the left hand.
Boom! Oh, you saw him tighten up and everything. You knew.
Oh, yeah.
Right on
Beautiful.
the chin.
Right on the button, yeah.
But give him credit. He came back and fought hard throughout the rest of the round.
He did.
And he actually had Deyes commit an error to where the referee took away a point. So is this going to be 9-9?
I don't know. We'll see.
Or 9-8?
It is Francisco Rodriguez. And from the Dallas Enforcers, it is Malik Lark. Score from the last round was Philadelphia 9, Dallas 8. Score currently is 85-81 Philadelphia.
But it does make total sense because we had the knockdown, so that automatically made it a 10-8 round. And then they took away the point from Tellez, so that made it 9-8 at the end.
So who won the round?
It would be Philadelphia won it 9-8.
Oh, I think it's fair enough. I mean, I did think Philly won the round.
Yeah, I
Right.
definitely, I don't know where the hold was coming in. I didn't really see it, but it
Yeah.
was enough for the referee to take away a point. But
Right.
regardless, Philly looking strong right now. 4-point lead as a team as Malik Lark representing Dallas, Francisco Rodriguez in the purple and white representing Philly. Beat Leah Peciotto, who fought for Boston last time, did Rodriguez. Both of these guys coming in off of wins in Team Combat League. In fact, I say that Lark hasn't fought in Team Combat League until this first time this year. Fought a lot in Season 1, and that's a harsh welcome.
You heard those shots. It sounded like a gunshot, right?
Oh,
Did you hear that?
I heard the shotgun blast
By
from here.
Rodriguez, right?
Yeah. Malik Lark fighting in Team Combat League for the first time here in Season 2. That was an eye-opening awakening there with that shot delivered from Rodriguez. And he hits him again with the right. Lark in some real trouble here as we're about midway through the round.
Yeah, Lark getting hit by some big shots. He's trying to establish the jab. I mean, he's got to box Rodriguez. You can see Rodriguez is the stronger of the two, more powerful. He's coming forward. Rodriguez, I mean, he's looking for the knockout. He's swinging with bad intentions. Look at him. At times it gets wild. Was that a knockdown or was that too much holding? Yeah.
Another hold and another point deduction, this time going against Dallas in this round maybe?
I'll tell you what, Justin, by the referees warning this guy and taking points out by holding, that's sending a message to every fighter that goes in there. We're here to fight. 3 minutes, 1 round. We don't want to see no holding. You guys got to fight. I mean, that's the way I look at it.
I mean, they hold professional wrestling in Gillies, but that could be at a different time. It doesn't have to be right now.
Not tonight, right?
No, definitely not tonight. We didn't come to see that. We came to see some
Oh!
boxing, and that's what we came to see. Lark in a little trouble. He did win his last 4 fights in Season 1, did Lark. Rodriguez, a winner off of his last fight, had lost the previous 2 beforehand. So this is a good bounce back fight so far for Rodriguez. Both guys looking calm right now, but expect that barrage. A wild right hand delivered to Rodriguez. He's lucky that Lark wasn't throwing anything at that time. Would have got caught. And both of these guys willing to charge in. And that overhand right missing wildly from Rodriguez. Lark, though, coming back, getting a shot in there, but again, Francisco Rodriguez seemed to have been the busier of the 2 fighters there.
I agree. Yeah, I think definitely Rodriguez took that round.
Starting to think that maybe the nerves are starting to get ramped up as we continue through our fight. As Mark Elfenbein introduces our next fighters.
From the Philadelphia Smoke, it is Isaiah Johnson. And from the Dallas Enforcers, it is Jalen Moore.
Jalen Moore against Isaiah Johnson.
Not an easy matchup for Moore.
Last round 10-8, and currently lead the overall
There you
score
go.
95-89.
So they had to have taken away a point from Lark. I didn't see the official deduct the point, but they had to have done it if it was 10-8. Now Isaiah Johnson, one of the better fighters that you'll see on the card tonight when it comes to Team Combat League, undefeated, 7-0. Jalen Moore 1-3 this season. Did have a win on May 30th in their last fight. Did more against Joshua Oxendine from the San Antonio Snipers.
Yeah, Isaiah Johnson, tall, lanky, got the reach, nice jab, fast jab. Knows how to control the pace of the fight with the jab. You see his jabs and the 1-2s down the middle. He changes the speeds of his combination. Look at that explosive 1-2. He's accurate with his shot too.
He's been accurate, and he's been an active fighter this year, not just in Team Combat League, but in traditional boxing as well. scored a 5th round TKO against Deshaun Johns back in January of this year. So he has that knockout pop as he connects with the left straight. Johnson in the southpaw right now. Moore in the orthodox stance.
Yeah, Moore, he's waiting too much. He's waiting too long. That's what he's got to do his work in the inside. There was some good uppercuts, but needs more of that. But it's the speed, Justin, of Johnson. He can't deal with the speed. His explosiveness, his jab. Look at those fast combinations by Johnson.
And what are you supposed to do besides cover up at that juncture?
It paralyzes him. It paralyzes him. He just can't throw. It makes him go into a shell. You know, it makes him think like, man, if I throw one shot, I'm going to get hit with 5 shots.
Oh, easily.
He's so fast. Talking about Johnson, he's fast, so that, you know, Moore will go into a shell or just mentally he's waiting too much.
Moore connected a couple of times there. You would like to see Moore be a little bit more busy, though, and follow up with those
Moore's
shots.
got to throw more.
Exactly. Nicely done with the pun, my friend. Moore trying to give us a little bit of the Emmanuel Burden drunken master there. But like Burden, taking some shots. Oh, another left hand and another left over the top of the guard delivered by Isaiah Johnson.
Solid left hands there by Isaiah Johnson.
And now he's just hitting him with the paintbrushes there, going from right to left. Johnson, like you said, man, just too fast.
Fast, explosive,
and
his footwork.
And he seems to know like 2 moves ahead of what Moore wants to do.
Yeah, he's got that check right hook. He turns him around. Keeps turning him. Look at that beautiful 1-2 down the middle. And the jab. Good combination puncher, going to the body, going on top. And then Moore he's missing all the big shots. Look at that. All those shots he missed.
Everything was air.
Yep.
Tough round for Moore, but like we said, I mean, you're going against one of the best fighters in Team Combat League this season and one of the best fighters for Philadelphia in Isaiah Johnson. And Johnson showed you exactly why he's been so highly talented.
There you see his speed, going to the body, going on top, covering up good, holding up. He's in control. Got hit with an uppercut.
Yeah, it goes back to what you said, though. He would throw one punch, did more, but he wouldn't follow it up with anything.
Yeah, you're right.
Because he was afraid to get hit. And I don't blame him, because those punches coming in.
Fines, and for the Dallas Enforcers, it's Adolphe Stevens. Stevens, current score last round.
That wasn't in order. That wasn't in order.
10-9 was won by Philadelphia in the last round. The overall score is Philadelphia 114, Dallas 108.
Oh, wow, Dallas needs to. They got to do something here in the middle round before they get to the money rounds.
And you don't want to lose it right now here in the middle rounds, but they have not won in the last 6 fights. Have Dallas now, as the last 6 rounds have all gone to Philadelphia. They lead 114-108. And like you mentioned before, after that KO to Woods, that fight not taking place as we're here with Stevens and Vines. Oh, and a good shot there that rattled Stevens initially.
See Vines out, Vines out of the southpaw stance. Same thing. Good jab. He's got the better jab, Justin, and that's why he's dictating and controlling the pace of this round. He's just a smarter fighter.
If you told me before, man, a good jab would really help you dominate this format of boxing.
Yeah, that's what it takes. You got to get establish a good solid jab and be able to dissect with the jab, not just the jab to the head, but jab to the body, jab to the chest. Just put it out there, paw and jab. But Stevens is coming back with some shots.
It's been pretty good this season.
Yeah.
3-0.
Oh.
Has the 31-year-old Stevens. Vines at 29 years of age, 6-1 this year with 1 knockout in Team Combat League Season 2. Both of these guys haven't fought since May. But it's been
Covering up well, good defense there by Vines, but you know, he's got to throw a little bit more. Can't leave it up to the judges. He's got to win clear. We are in Dallas' hometown. Look at Stevens coming back.
Dallas needs a win so desperately right now to break this little skid that they're on in this fight. Can Stevens do it? He's being busy. He's landing some shots.
He lands it. Yeah, you're right. He is being busier. Some he lands, some he doesn't. Is that enough? Look at Vines coming back. I tell you what, it's a close round. So far for me, it's a close round. Might come down to the end. Let's see who closes better. Both fighters trying to close, going at it, back and forth.
Let's not get this tie up now, y'all. 15 seconds to go. I expect some bombs to be thrown. Maybe they might be out of gas here towards the end. Dallas needs a victory. Stevens needs to keep on being busy, but misses there on both hooks. Lands the straight, but the uppercut sneaks in there on the end by Elijah Vines. It may be Vines.
You know what? We'll see.
I try not to be biased as the commentator being from Texas, but I mean, you guys just call it how you see it. It looks like Philadelphia did more than enough. And it's all about the follow-up so far. You know, Dallas is throwing some good shots for the last couple of fighters, but I haven't seen anybody stay pressure.
Stepping in the ring in the 135-pound division from the Philadelphia Smoke. Next up will be Steve Cunningham. And for the Dallas Enforcers, next up will be Joshua Jenkins.
These two middleweights had a pretty good scrap in the launch rounds.
Dallas won 10-9.
Oh, and Dallas will take the round.
Leads 123 to 118.
Snaps the 6-round losing streak there as Jalen Moore comes away, or rather Stevens, Adolphus Stevens comes away with a big victory against Elijah Vines. Much needed for Dallas. It's 123-118. Philadelphia Smoke in front, trying to go 5-1 this season. As for the Enforcers, trying to keep that streak alive after beating San Antonio last time out. Let's see how these two approach it this time. They look a lot busier than the first time they met in the launch rounds.
Cunningham got the launch rounds, right?
That's correct.
Well, I think Cunningham won it because he's faster and he's more explosive, threw more combinations, landed more clearly, wasn't as wild as Jenkins. I felt like Jenkins was wild at times.
So after that feeling out period a few rounds ago in the launch rounds, not too much of a different approach from either guy right now. As we're a minute through here in our 13th fight of the night. Oh, and I think a mouthpiece might have came out there. And that's exactly what happened. Oh, and some showboating there from Steve Cunningham. Well, he was making the eating sign, so I'm not sure that means that he's eating. But he's feeling it, whatever it is right now. It's the good vibes as Philadelphia and Steve Cunningham, who was victorious in his round debut, looking to go 2 for 2 tonight against Joshua Jenkins, who is still looking for their first victory in season 2. Jenkins unlucky against Teflon Ronnie Austin. Their last fight back on May 23rd.
I think we're seeing the same thing like we did in the first matchup with Cunningham, just faster,
Jenkins
being
hits with the
smarter,
left.
boxing.
He looks to be the calmer of the two.
I mean, Jenkins is fighting a better round than the first round.
That is for sure.
Maybe we need to see 2 or 3 rounds. We need to see this guy's in a 6-round fight. That's what it
would
is.
be interesting too, but that's the thing about Team Combat League. You only got the 1 round to prove things, and for these guys, they happen to get a second one. But it still feels like they're in that feeling out period almost. Nothing changed from that first round to this second round that they've met. mean, Cunningham has the distance. He looks comfortable. Jenkins kind of wild with his approach.
Oh, nice body shot right there.
Snuck it in with that
Good
left.
body shot by Cunningham.
And you saw it on the
And
face.
and he keeps popping that jab. Look, he's always, he keeps Jenkins thinking, you know, what is he going to do next? Trying to close the show.
Oh! Saving Jenkins.
Showboating Jenkins at the end when he dropped him. Yeah, you're right.
Hey, you earned that one,
right.
my man. You can do that, Steve Cunningham Jr. You can dance all night when you're throwing shots like that. Jenkins very fortunate that he was able to grab onto the ropes here towards the end, because we already saw one guy lose the round at the end because they got knocked down at the right before the final bell tonight for Dallas. I would be surprised if this doesn't go Cunningham's way. The question is, do they score that a knockdown because the glove did touch?
You're right.
75-pound division from the Philadelphia Smoke, it is Ray Robinson. And from the Dallas Enforcers, it is Jordan Jackson. Last round, the winner was Philadelphia 10-9.
There you go.
They lead overall.
Could have been 10-8.
133
I'm
to
surprised. I mean, he
127.
did touch the floor. I mean, like.
You saw
Right?
it there
Yeah.
at the end. And maybe the ref didn't catch it the first time.
Yeah.
We have the benefit of instant replay.
Right.
And again, a great job from our camera crew for getting that shot, because it could have been 10-8. Dallas will be fortunate that it wasn't, and it was only 10-9. But Dallas behind as a team, 133 to 127. As Ray Robertson representing
veteran.
the Smoke. Yep.
Yeah, Ray Robinson, another veteran.
Man, 38
Little heavy.
years old.
A little heavy.
Oh, okay. You can tell him that. I can't.
It's okay. You understand, because I'm heavy too.
Going against Jordan Jackson, 1-1 this year is Jackson, coming off of a unanimous decision loss against Isaac Carbonell from the San Antonio Snipers. Robinson winning last time he was out against Elvin Ayala from the Boston Butchers. It can go either way for both of these guys with the way it's gone for them this season, so this is really a toss-up fight for me.
See Robinson trying to use his veteran skills, man. Stabbing him with the jab. Southpaw stance. Trying to bait him in. See, he keeps stabbing with the jab. But there goes that left hand.
With that southpaw approach. Real quick, a big thanks to all of our sponsors, Venom, Adams Boxing, and Two Trees Distilling. We're making Team Combat League happen here at Gillies in Dallas tonight. And again, a big thanks to all of y'all that are watching on Brawl Pass for keeping this ride along. Well, Robinson didn't commit there. Seems that veteran savviness paying off as he's controlling the middle of the ring right now. Looks like Jackson's waiting for a shot.
Yeah, I was about to say, they took my words. He's waiting a little bit too much, too hesitant. And, you know, hey, we got less than a minute left. You better throw something.
This tends to happen with the bigger weight classes. Light heavyweights here for you in our middle rounds on Brawl Pass.
Oh.
Robinson coming in with a nice combination there. Hit him with the right, did Robinson. Up top to the chin. Good exchange by both there. Jackson's going to have to do a little bit more if he wants to try to take this round at the end, it seems. Who's going to turn on the gas here at the end? Nice shot by Robinson again.
Yeah, Robinson doesn't, you don't have to turn it up. I mean, he's winning.
Jackson connected with a good straight right hand that had rocked Robinson. But the savvy veteran.
Yeah, I think he took it, man. Just outsmarted him, and like you said, the savvy veteran. It's a savvy veteran like me, Justin.
Man, I wouldn't put it past you still. I wouldn't want to scrap with you. I know even some of the top tier boxers today would still be in trouble against you.
Yeah.
Well, you can see the vibes are feeling good for the soul of Philadelphia right now as they're ahead and they're feeling great about it, especially here in Dallas.
Next in the 200-pound division, from the Philadelphia Smoke, it is Kanja Nathan. And from the Dallas Enforcers, it is Rashad Coulter.
All right, we got the big boys again, huh?
Yes, sir. As Dallas is going to be given the last
Last
round.
round was won by Dallas 10-9.
What?
The overall score is Philadelphia 142.
I'm with you there, my man.
Dallas.
I didn't see it that way.
137.
No way.
I didn't see it that way either.
There's no way.
And you can tell that I think even the crowd here in Dallas is
Yeah,
kind of
yeah,
surprised
yeah.
by that. But hey, you'll take it if you're the Enforcers. You need every point you
They
can
do.
get right now.
They do need that help. You know.
Take
they
it
do.
when you can get it. Coulter making
Coulter and Nathan. Yeah.
Coulter is making their Team Combat League debut, but they have fought bare knuckle, they have fought Muay Thai, and traditional boxing as well.
Oh wow.
Yeah, Nathan, an amateur, was 2-2 with 1 KO. No pro boxing experience, but has been 4-4 with 2 KOs in Team Combat League this season. Has Konja Nathan in the white and purple for Philly. So a very interesting matchup. Not a lot of experience for these two guys.
But hey, look, it's 1 round, 3 minutes. Come on, Justin, you could do it.
I could, but I wouldn't be as successful as you would, man. Then at the heavyweights, those 3 minutes have to feel like an eternity with all that mass.
Yeah, they're big boys, man.
But you know what that means? The bigger they are, the harder they fall.
Yeah.
And maybe we will see another knockout because we have been privy to one in our launch rounds tonight.
Well, I'll tell you what, if anybody needs that knocked out or knocked down, is Dallas. Let's see if Coulter could do it. Like, a lot of inside work there, but Nathan, look at Nathan fighting good off the ropes.
It looks like Coulter right now a little too aggressive in that whole
Too
bull.
overly, yeah.
Yeah, the bull in the China shop thing isn't working out too well right now.
He's proud of himself. You know, he's not making enough room to land his shots with power. He's just smothering those shots. Look at the way he's leaning on them. You can't be effective that way.
No, and if you're
You gotta
Nathan,
take a step back and make some room and then land those shots.
the big concern right now would be an accidental headbutt since both guys are just not, there's no room in between them. And that's because of Coulter wanted to stay super close. Probably should have stayed close because now the range is in favor of Nathan as he landed those 2 right hands over the top. Oh, nice shot there from Coulter, though. Okay, we got 1 minute to go. I'm not sure who's going to take this one. As Coulter making it interesting. Has he got enough in the tank left, though? I think he might have punched himself out. Good head movement. Well, the crowd here in Dallas wanting some exchanges, and finally we'll get one from Coulter. Good thing I'm not the referee for that one. I would not want to be in between those 2 big fellas.
Hey, they get hit sometimes when they separate the fighters.
Especially those
I've seen it before. It's happened.
I've seen those referees get knocked out by mistake. Not a good place to be. Final 10 seconds coming up. This is our final middle round of the evening. Money rounds are coming up next.
I think we're going to see some knockouts in the money rounds.
It's really shaping up that way, Raul. I'm really feeling it, like exactly what you said. There's so much on the line for Dallas, a lot of pride. If they can get a couple of knockdowns and a knockout, they can get right back into this thing. They're not out of striking distance just yet. But for Philadelphia, you would have to imagine that they got to stay focused. The job's not done because we saw it when we were in San Antonio between the Houston Hitmen and the Snipers in San Antonio, where Houston had the lead going into the launch, to the money rounds rather, and then they ended up losing.
San Antonio came from behind, yeah.
And they were at home also.
I was looking at the list for the money rounds, and I wanted to see Brianna Carrera again, but I don't see her on there.
No, they were supposed to fight in the middle rounds, but going back to what you were saying,
Oh, so
they did not allow that fight.
because
Exactly.
Woods did get suspended, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Smoke 10-9.
So Philly
Well, I think
winning.
we would have seen the same result.
I easily.
I love Carrera, man. I want to see her again.
Yeah.
146.
I definitely want to see more of
152
Brianna
to
Carrera.
146, Philadelphia leading Dallas. Intermission right now for the next few minutes.
So let's go ahead and take a break here from Gillies in Dallas as we're done with the middle rounds. Philadelphia being more active with their fighters. They've been getting the job done as they lead 152 to 146. Before we step away, a big thanks to all of our sponsors once again. Venom, Adams Boxing, and Two Trees Distilling for putting on Team Combat League here in Gillies tonight. And of course, a big thanks to all of y'all that purchased the Brawl Pass to watch all the action all year long. Raul El Diamante Marquez, myself, Justin Simmons, will be back for those money rounds with you right here on Team Combat League. That person's not following me. That person's not following me. Like it's that Diamante X that I'm not wearing or what? All right, my friends, welcome back. Happy Juneteenth to everyone out there. Thank you for tuning in with us here on TeamCombatLeague.com. And especially thank you for purchasing that Brawl Pass so you can watch what we all came to see, those money rounds here tonight. A big shout out to all of our sponsors, Venom, Adams Boxing, and Two Trees Distilling for helping put on Team Combat League and having it on here in Gillies in Big D in Dallas, Texas. It's homecoming for the Enforcers, but right now their homecoming party looking to be spoiled by the Philadelphia Smoke, as their name suggests, currently smoking that Dallas pack as they're ahead 152 to 146. And there is Carrera, the big knockout hitter.
Carrera, you see me pointing her out on the screen.
Yeah, and rightfully they're interviewing her for the Instagram
yes.
right there.
And Two Trees Distilling. Special thank you to Venom, Adams Boxing, and Two Trees Distilling.
Our ring announcer, Mark Elfenbein, helping direct some of the in-ring traffic tonight. Myself, Justin Simmons, joined by the former Olympian, former world champion, Raul El Diamante Marquez. Always a pleasure to be alongside you, Raul. I learned so much watching these fights with you.
Thank you, man. I enjoy it. You know, I've been doing this since 1997. Even when I was an active fighter, that's how long I've been doing broadcasting when I had the first opportunity. And it's something I enjoy and I want to continue to keep doing for as long as I can.
I hope so, man. I'm glad to see you back out there with Corey and with Al.
Yes.
It's good to get that little reunion for boxing fans like ourselves.
That's it. Big time boxing USA with Dimitri Salida.
All right, it's time for our money rounds, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, he's ready. Look at this guy.
I'm ready. You ready at home? I hope you are.
From the Philadelphia Smoke, it is Avery Sparrow.
Graham is ready to come out of the...
Enforcers, it is Aaron Graham.
So it's 152, 146, Enforcers behind the Smoke. But it was Graham who won the first meeting back in the launch rounds. That was the third fight of the night, 10-9. Let's see if things will change here the second time around. First money round underway. And both guys looking quick and primed to get going. A lot of speed with these lightweights. We're just getting some little taps right now, but I expect the power to pick up.
Oh, yeah, but they're both staying in the pocket, you know, not a lot of moving. They're just trying to control that range, and we see Graham with some good combinations there, but not really much. Again, tapping with the jab, and there's that 1-2 by Graham, that left hand.
Yeah, you have this weird meeting of the orthodox versus southpaw fighters, so expect those front feet to get tangled up a little bit as you draw closer to each other.
I'll tell you what, Sparrow's fighting a lot smarter than what he did in the first time they met.
He did get caught leaning in a few times the first time in the launch rounds did Sparrow, so the adjustments made, like you pointed out, Raul. But Graham, this is what he did last time, just active.
Good inside work, 3 and 4 punch combinations, power shots, send everything off the jab. Look at Graham. That's his fight. That's what he needs to keep doing.
He's been good with the angles in that first fight, and he continues to bring it on here into this money round. You can see a little swelling under the right eye of Sparrow right now. But Dallas needs knockdowns and knockouts if they want to get back into this and make homecoming interesting. And Graham, I think he knows it too.
Definitely winning this round now for sure.
You don't want to do anything silly.
Yeah, right. Trying to force that knockout, and then he gets knocked down, you know?
And we saw something similar
it
to
happens.
that already where, you know, the Dallas fighter had the fight won until he got knocked down at the very end before the bell. And then Philadelphia ultimately taking the round. Ooh, good exchange there by both fighters. Graham being very active with that right jab as Sparrow missing wildly with the left hook. Ooh, good head movement from Graham there. Looking slick.
Man, Graham, he's fighting very smart. He's fighting smart. He's boxing. He's attacking, controlling the tempo.
Graham is looking to try to finish the show here. And that's more of the same of what we saw from Sparrow in the first fight. Ooh, and good overhand left and right towards the end. Good sportsmanship as well.
I love that, the sportsmanship, yeah.
But, I mean,
look at him.
He should celebrate, though. Dallas needed a victory, and Graham starting off with the tempo here in our first money round of the night. And he was so good at this, both fights, where he would stand in front, deliver his punches, and then pivot out.
Good boxing. He fought when he had to. He boxed when he had to, like, control everything in that round.
160-pound division from the Philadelphia Smoke, it is Elijah Vines. And from the Dallas Enforcers, it is Adolphe Stevens. Last round was won by the Dallas Enforcers, 10-9.
There you go.
Score,
Dallas.
161 Philadelphia, 156 Dallas.
Could you imagine a comeback on homecoming for the Dallas Enforcers? They're only 5 points behind. 161, 156 right now your score. And Stevens was victorious in their initial meeting against Vines. Although
it was close.
It was so close.
We thought Vines won.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Oh, and there was a good stiff uppercut from the short hook delivered by Vines to get us started. Again, another matchup between a southpaw and a traditional fighter, orthodox.
We see that a lot. We see it a lot on this platform here. Southpaw against a righty.
Yeah, and a lot of it, it's not always natural. Sometimes I think it's just game plan.
Right.
See if they can confuse the opposition a little bit here. But Vines looks comfortable right now as they have made some adjustments. Ooh, but Stevens, again, he was wild. And him putting his head down concerned me last time.
I'll tell you what, Stevens has a lot of awkwardness to himself. The way he attacks, maybe that confuses Vines. I just think Vines is a better skilled fighter, but Stevens' style gives him problems.
Oh! Big problems with a big knockdown right on cue from you, Raul. You said it caused some issues. It caused a big issue right there. Overhand left, right on the button.
Yeah.
Sends Vines down to the canvas. And now this Dallas crowd here at Gillies is completely lit up.
I'm telling you, it's that awkwardness, the way he attacks, and Vines just didn't expect that right now. And he got caught. There he goes again.
Ooh, good exchange there. Can we get another knockout here tonight? We haven't seen one since the launch rounds. Will we get one here in the money rounds? For you that purchased your Brawl Pass, this is what you came to see, getting your money's worth here this evening in Dallas. A minute to go. Oh, but Stevens coming back. And continues to lay on the power here against the ropes as Vine just being smothered right now. I like this from Stevens. Vine's with nowhere to go.
Yeah, Stevens is strong. Very strong, very powerful. Definitely taking over in this round. Even no doubt from the beginning. You know, the first round was close like we said in the first match. But this has been all Stevens with the knockdown too.
That surge of adrenaline continues to course through his veins for Stevens. It looks like he's trying to get that knockout here. Only about 12 seconds left to do so. Oh, good left hand snuck in by Vines. But Stevens has done everything right. And there was like 30 more seconds, I think Vines goes down.
Yeah, look at him. Hyping up the crowd.
And that's what I love about this Team Combat League and the team concept. Look at all those fighters cheering on their teammate right there. And they know that this round's going to go 10-8 as you see the replay. Oh, look at that. Caught him with the overhand left once again. Great shot from our camera crew. Made him really consider some life decisions right there with that left hand.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, next up in the 147-pound division from the Philadelphia Smoke is Isaiah Johnson. And from the Dallas Enforcers, it is Jalen Moore. Last round.
All right, let's see if Jalen Moore throws more punches in this. He's got to because Isaiah Johnson is fast. He's a good boxer. He's skillful. Moore's got to put pressure.
We need to see more from Moore.
Yes.
He did have that drunken master style going on for a little bit. But Johnson, he's been undefeated this season in Season 2 of Team Combat League, now 8-0 after the win earlier tonight. Can he get Philadelphia back on track? The rest of the fighters that are up for Philadelphia, from Johnson all the way down from the card, all won their previous bouts here this evening. We'll see if the trend continues. It looks like Johnson is just about a step or two quicker than Moore is, though, and that's going to cause more issues. No pun intended to that one. How do you feel about Moore keeping his hands down like this and inviting the contact? Worked out that time.
Maybe he's trying to bait him in, you know, maybe that's his style, like trying to bait him in. But, I mean, Johnson is just too fast. He's fast, he's explosive, he's just overall a better skillful fighter, you could tell. So if I was Moore, I would keep a better defense, you know, hands up, frame defense. And look, he's coming forward. He knows his fight. He's got to come forward and throw punches.
Yeah, he has no choice about that.
Yeah, he can't be waiting around from the. If he stays on the outside, Johnson's going to pick him apart. He can't stay on the outside.
And as soon as you said that, he hit him with a 1-2 combination up top because he was in range still.
Right.
But he's been doing this thing where he's keeping his hands down as Moore and sticking that chin out, and Johnson's connected every time so much, or at least so far. And like you said, it looks like he's trying to bait him in, but it hasn't worked yet. Johnson against the ropes delivers 2 lefts, 1 uppercut, and they all connected. Now they're right up against us here ringside. And it's just Johnson, that left hand, and there was the straight jab that connected, and that was a hard jab. What is Jalen Moore going to do now? He needs to throw. And you can hear the Dallas crowd here at Gilley's trying to encourage Moore to keep the pressure going.
Yeah, he needs to go to the body, and then on top. Can't miss him to the body. Go to the body, hit him on the arms, uppercuts. Just go for broke right there. He's got to go toe-to-toe right there. Keep the fight right there. That's where Moore needs to stay, at close range. Get in his chest and throw short shots.
Now when he backs off, he's in trouble, though.
Yeah, he backs up with his head back up in the air and, chin up in the air, and he gets caught. Look at that. You see?
Just like that.
Yeah.
Oh. Oh, another big shot delivered as both of these guys just throwing haymakers here towards the end. Exactly what you wanted to see. Fireworks in Dallas. What a scrap.
What a scrap, you're right.
That's why you ride the BRAWL pass. That's why you come to see the money rounds. But again, Moore just not being active enough here when he needs to be a little busier.
Yes.
But you never know how the judges will see it, though.
We'll see. You're right. Sometimes they don't see what we see.
So again, the crafty veteran going against the outstanding amateur.
Philadelphia 10, Dallas 9. Our current score is Philadelphia 179, Dallas 175.
So it's a 4-point lead for Philadelphia now. As you heard our ring announcer Mark Elfenbein with the total. Jesse Hart in the white and purple. And Sudario in the red for Dallas. And like Raul pointed out earlier, again, another exchange between Orthodox and Southpaw fighters. Something that we've seen often here tonight. Now, Hart did take that headbutt earlier, and you can see it's well gelled up on that right eye. And you can see Osundario getting close to that previous cut once again. So we'll see how that plays a factor into this fight. As we're coming down the home stretch here in the money rounds. Oh, and that's a big swiping knockdown delivered from Jesse Hart. Not what Dallas needed. He even had time to showboat for the camera, saying, hey, Mom, did you see that from home? Nicely done from hard work, Jesse Hart. Those were some hard shots. Osundario needs to get back into this. It's now 10-8 after the knockdown automatically from the score. Osundario swinging wildly, but now, okay, no. I thought maybe this clinch was going to be broken. The referee gets knocked down. A total melee right now.
I want to see the replay of that.
That was accidental. Osundario coming back.
Please let me see the replay of that. Lawrence Cole. I don't know, for many years he did a lot of my fights here in Texas. And now I'm going to tease him all night long about that. He knows it.
You were teasing him earlier.
Yes.
Oh, man, he's not going to hear the end of this
but
now.
But it's nothing but love for Lawrence Cole, I promise.
Know.
Yeah.
Hey,
he knows it too.
They have a hard job to do. And like you said, there's a lot of respect between you boxers and referees. But still, you know, just to give you an idea how bad these guys want it. Just throwing caution to the wind right now. But it's all Jesse Hart right now just to stay on his feet and doesn't want to get into a big scrap with Osundario. But, man, we've seen everything here tonight. Knockouts, knockdowns, referees falling over. Here at Gillies in Dallas on TeamCombatLeague.com. And Hart right now just dancing. Give credit to Osundario, though, stalking him down, trying to make this active.
Hey, give credit to Lawrence Cole for getting back up.
Yeah, making it seem like nothing happened. Not afraid to get back in there and tell them what's up. But you see Osundario, he has to chase and he needs to bring the power. But Jesse Hard Work Hart, the crafty veteran, showing you why he was able,
yeah, experience, man.
And bouncing back from the cut earlier.
Yes.
Exactly what Philadelphia needed. Hart giving us a full show this
Look at him.
evening.
Oh, yeah.
Let's see the replay.
All right, here
Raul,
we go.
you asked for it, my friend. There's the knockdown.
Okay.
This is what you came to see right here.
Oh, and I'm recording it too. Oh! Down goes Lawrence Cole! Down goes Lawrence Cole!
It is Henry Cedeno. And from the Dallas Enforcers, it is Deontay Brown. Last round, Philadelphia 10, Dallas 8. Our current score, Philadelphia 189, Dallas 183.
Now the referee has to recompose himself. Granted, I think he's tripped, you know, a little Wepner versus Ali action, but
Yes.
who am I to say? Next fight up here is Centeno taking on Brown, and already having to stop both fighters here early on. 189, 183. Philadelphia starting to pull away.
Big lead, man. That's what, 6 points for Philly?
Yes, sir. Your math better than mine.
but it's not too late. Brown, look, we still got how many bouts left? We got
this
three,
one?
this one and 3 more.
Yes, sir.
Hey, look, some knockdowns, some knockouts, and they could get up ahead.
It can all change.
And we've seen it before, Justin. Like you talked earlier. I've seen it too in the past.
Yeah, you saw it with Houston coming back from behind, back at the Red Owl barn.
With Nagy Aguilera, yeah. I forgot who they were. Was it San
Snipers.
Antonio?
Yeah, San Antonio again.
Yes, you're right.
Because they were tied going into the last
You're
bout.
right,
And
yes.
then Nagy. Oh, but this is not what Dallas needs. There's some -1. There's a point deducted. Is it just for not following the instructions? And you can see Brown a little frustrated because of that. Just gifting a point to Philadelphia. Now Brown needs a big knockout as he comes away with that initial right hand, but took a shot to deliver it. Good uppercut from Brown.
Okay, that was a push, right? Yep.
Yeah, definitely a push off from Centeno.
Oh, nice body shots by Cedeno. Oh, overhand right by Cedeno.
Yeah,
Good power shots by Cedeno then. But look at Brown coming back with some good body shot too. Overhand right there. Hey, back and forth action, man.
exactly what we wanted to see, but Centeno coming in as La Bazooka, and you're starting to see that power.
Hey, well, listen, it's the money round, so they know what's at stake. They know that they're trying to score knockdowns. They're trying to win by knockout.
And you never know who's watching here on Team Combat League. It can always lead to the next big fight for these guys. And, of course, you got those 3 stars of the night that we're going to be looking for, round of the night after all the matches are done, too. So you want those extra accolades if you're these fighters.
Do you have broadcaster of the night or no?
I wish, but I give it to you over me, man.
Nah, come on.
You're the
man.
one that brings all the smiles to the people's faces here. That's for sure. Centeno, though, just.
Oh!
Okay, good exchange from both guys there.
Up the middle. Look at Cedeno coming up with the uppercut, the overhand right. Just busier.
Man, he's got some blood running down his mouth now, though. Keeping the lips a little too wide open in the middle of all this, but look at that. Okay, some good sportsmanship there towards the end. I thought it was going to have a little extracurricular activity there. But yeah.
Look, he's putting on a show too.
Dude,
Look at that.
Man. I mean, Dallas does not like Philadelphia when it comes to anything. So this stings even more here during homecoming for this Dallas Enforcers team. But we talked about it coming in. All these fighters for Philadelphia were successful earlier on tonight. And that has rolled over to now.
Enforcers, it is Alexis Moniz.
Moniz was not successful with Sims in that first match.
Philadelphia won the last round.
8 points now. Big lead. I don't know. I don't think it could happen anymore. Well,
I think it's
maybe
too big.
It might be too late. Yeah.
Might be too big of a lead, but it is up to these fighters to fight their hearts out. And Mona is trying to bounce back from that showing against Brittany Sims earlier on from the launch rounds. It would take 3 knockouts in a row.
Okay, 3 knockouts in a row to do it. Can they do it? I don't know. Moniz was, like we said, with Sims at first, she was not very successful. If anybody would probably get a knockout, would be Sims, right? For Philly.
I mean, undefeated coming into tonight, remains undefeated so far has Sims. And so cool and calm, collective has Sims been.
Yes. Very smart, technical fighter, taking her time. Look at that. Nice 1-2 behind the jab, solid jab. Just walking her down. Very confident. Oh, going to the body, going on top. ends with the jab again.
Yeah.
And she's a good fighter. She's a good boxer.
Not even breathing hard. It seems
Finesse.
like, it seems like she's barely even working to Sims.
She's relaxed. She's focused. She's relaxed. That's what it takes, like no pressure.
Looks like a little cut has opened up over the bridge of the nose of Monez. You can see Monez actively trying to think of what to do right now, where Sims has just been all fluid. Just every movement goes into the next one, no wasted motions.
And honestly, it seems like just Monez she's just trying to stay away from her. She's trying to box and stay away from her and avoid from getting knocked out.
Oh, good left hand there from Monez.
Oh,
and you said it again, Raul. I need the lottery ticket numbers tonight, man.
I think I am the broadcaster of the night now.
You called all the knockouts. You said them happen. You set them up before they actually happened, man. Not what Dallas needed, but for you boxing fans out there, what you deserve with that knockdown.
Brittany is ranked number 1 by the WBA at 118 pounds. And they both fought each other.
Oh, another shot delivered from Sims. Putting on a master class right now.
They fought each other in the pros, with Brittany winning a very close fight.
You wouldn't think it would have been that way with the way that these two have fought this evening.
But that gives you an idea, like what one round is just one round, but what happens when you go 6 rounds, 8 rounds. I mean, they did fight. Like I said, Brittany's number 1 by the WBA at 118 pounds. And it was a close fight, but Brittany won. But here, Brittany's dominating this round. But it's only 1 round.
Well, Monez was able to get a couple of shots in there for good measure here down the stretch. But Sims just too powerful, too relaxed, and continues to just wall up Monez here all the way to the end. Look at Sims. Knows that she got the job done. Another day's work. Here on the replay, and Dallas, regardless if they lose this bout, it's all about the playoffs, trying to get to the Super Brawl and qualifying for the quarterfinals. So the total points is important.
From the Philadelphia Smoke, it is Rasheem Brown. From the Dallas Enforcers, it is Eric Howard. Our last round, Philadelphia won 10-8. They currently lead 209 to 199.
So for the Enforcers, what they're trying to achieve here is get the maximum points possible for those points to add up when it comes to determining tiebreakers and such to who will qualify for those playoffs for Super Brawl. Rasheem Brown successful earlier against Eric Howard. They were our opening fight of the evening in the launch rounds. This is all a conclusion, at least tonight, for Philadelphia. Again, make sure you stick around towards the very end as we will go through our round of the night and then our 3 stars of the night post-match. You would imagine for Eric Howard and for Dallas, these last 2 fights has to be all about pride right now, Raul.
Yeah, I mean,
get that work in.
They could meet down the line too, and in a professional match.
Yeah.
So.
Or these 2 teams can meet again in the playoffs.
Well, that too. Exactly. You're right.
I imagine you want that mental edge.
That confidence, exactly. You beat me to the word, yeah. You go in there, hey, I already beat this guy. I ran over him, or I dominated him, or, well, this guy's fast, this guy's got power. Like, you're ready. You'll be ready. You know what they're about.
Yeah, I'm always surprised, even with professionals, how many boxers will lose a fight mentally before they even step in the throw. It does happen. Well, you hear the Philadelphia trainers trying to encourage Rasheem Brown here to finish strongly. Eric Howard. Some quick jabs, but unable to connect. Don't forget, my friends, since you bought the Brawl Pass, you will have a doubleheader tomorrow night in Long Beach for Team Combat League. So you'll get, let me do the quick math for you. You get 48 or 48 rounds of boxing tomorrow night. That production being put on with our friends from The Zone. So very excited to see that.
Yeah, Team Combat League going on The Zone now. And the Team Combat League .tv channel.
So 2 viewing options to see the entire fight. So no excuses for missing tomorrow, that's for sure. Especially since I know a lot of y'all had the day off today for Juneteenth. Shane Brown in the pocket being evasive before Howard was able to connect with those 3 right hands in the clinch.
Oh,
ooh, good shot there to end it. Good sportsmanship as well, but we talked about it before we came into these fights that all these fighters from Johnson, Hart, Martinez, Sims, Brown, they were all successful earlier on tonight, and that has carried over here into the money rounds. And that's good coaching for Philadelphia, because in the state of Texas, you have to be confident that you're going to win the matchup because they won't let you switch fighters.
From the Philadelphia Smoke, it is Francisco Rodriguez. And from the Dallas Enforcers, it is Malik Lark. Last round was won by Philadelphia 10-9. They currently lead 219 to 208.
Again, a big thanks to all of our sponsors, Venom, Adams Boxing, and Two Trees Distilling. Here for Team Combat League, Justin Simmons, Raul El Diamante Marquez. Final fight of the evening for y'all. Thanks for joining us for this ride. For Malik Lark in Dallas, shouldn't think about the points right now, just got to think of the performance here in this one round. For Rodriguez in Philadelphia, just looking to finish off the night on a strong note.
well, Rodriguez is strong. We saw him hurt Lark in the first matchup, and he's playing a slower pace in this second matchup. But, you know, when they met the first time, I felt Rodriguez was more aggressive.
Yes.
If you remember, right? He was more aggressive. He landed some big shots on Lark.
I felt that he hurt Lark a couple of times.
Yeah, he did.
And now Lark is being a little apprehensive to let his hands go.
Yes.
Because he respects the power. And there was the switch from traditional to
lefty,
orthodox.
yeah.
From Rodriguez. Those little taps, just trying to bait him in. Rodriguez good, though, with the reflexes to evade those punches. I guess this is
Rodriguez trying to win the round, or he just trying not to get knocked out? I mean, he won. Like, I'm trying to figure.
Well, no, I was gonna ask you that.
Yeah, because I mean, he won pretty big the first matchup, right?
Yes.
But this is a much slower pace. Oh, nice counter there by Rodriguez.
I mean, maybe he has a date tonight. Doesn't want to get the face messed up. You know, I understand.
Possibly.
It's hard to kiss somebody with, you know, cut lips, right?
Yeah.
Final minute coming up of our final fight here in the money rounds in Team Combat League from Dallas, live at Gillies, right in the heart of downtown in Big D. It's been Philadelphia pushing the limit here tonight as they were going to come away successful. Let's see if Rodriguez can finish it off on a high note here. For the Smoke or Lark can defend the shield of Dallas and salvage some pride for the Enforcers. After tonight, Philadelphia bouncing back from their Boston Butchers defeat to become 5-1 overall.
Well, I mean, you know, hey, look, they lost by 1 point to the
Exactly.
Boston Butchers. It was a very close give and take. Like, it could have easily been for Philadelphia. Trust me, when I saw them in the locker room, they felt they got ripped off. Whatever way they felt they got ripped off, some bad calls. So I'm sure we'll see the rematch down the line.
I would love to see that rematch.
They're definitely a team with a lot of talent. And then Boston, don't get me wrong, I just saw them not too long ago where they beat Orlando.
Yeah.
And they're good too, man. So.
And we all know when it comes playoff time,
Yes.
the stakes rise. Really would love to see that rematch between those two teams. But tonight, all Philadelphia here down the stretch as they dominated the money rounds. It started off slow. They lost the first 2 matches. But from round 19 onward.
She got knocked out, but she's happy. She's dancing.
Hey, it's a team sport.
Yeah.
You know? And that's the difference between regular boxing and Team Combat League. Even though you lost, you feel like a winner because your team won. And won by a lot. Because it was getting close. It came all the way down to 3
at one
points.
point, yeah. But then Philly's experience, man, took over. I mean, that they show you. I mean, they show their experience and they show you why they're experienced and why they beat teams like Miami, Atlanta, New York, LA, and back and forth with Boston. They're the #1 team. I like them.
Yeah.
I like them.
They're #1 for a reason, and,
Yes.
their big hitters came and showed up. Everybody from Woods, or rather Woods is the one that got knocked out, but everybody from Johnson, Jesse Hart was very impressive coming back after getting that headbutt. Brittany Sims was excellent. See, everybody loves you, man.
Yeah.
Coming down, performing for the champion. I always think that these guys try to show up a little even extra just to try to show you what they got.
He said, I know I was a little bit wild, but I'll get better, you know.
See,
That's the only thing, you know, like, sometimes they don't like when I criticize or I say the mistake, but they respect that. They really do.
Well, I mean, you've only been a former world champion,
Right.
so you kind of know what it takes.
Right.
Kind of, right? Hey, any lesson I get from you, I take. You know, that's for sure, man.
There you go.
As I proved in New Orleans. We're going to throw it up to Mark Elfenbein here in just a moment. Give you a recap as you see Philadelphia celebrating in Dallas. Pretty much spoiling the homecoming party for the Enforcers this evening. As we await our round of the night and our 3 stars of the night. Real quick, once again, a big shout out to our sponsors, Venom, Adams Boxing, and Two Trees Distilling. And of course, a big thank you to all of y'all that have joined us here tonight on the Brawl Pass. Hopefully we will see you tomorrow, while Team Combat League will pick up with a doubleheader in Long Beach.
First question I want to know, did you have a great time tonight? Oh yeah, thank you to Gillies. And of course, Team Combat League for putting on a great, great evening. Our final score between the Philadelphia Smoke and your Dallas Enforcers. Philadelphia Smoke wins tonight 229 to 217. 229 to 217. Congratulations to Philadelphia Smoke, and congratulations to Dallas Enforcers for putting on a heck of an evening. We do have some awards to hand out, and I just want to make sure we're go ahead and do these right now. Is that right? Let's just wait and see. We had some big fights tonight. We had some great fights tonight. We had a lot of fun tonight. We had some action tonight. And we like to hand out what we call our 3 stars for the night, but I just want to make sure. Yes, fighter of the night first, exactly. See, that's the guy I had to talk to right there. All right, fight of the night came in round 19, and it was Jalen Moore and Isaiah Johnson. Big round of applause. Isaiah Moore and Jalen Johnson. There we go. There we go, fellas.
Yeah, Isaiah
Congratulations
Johnson, very
to
impressive
you.
that night.
We had 3
that round.
stars of the night. Oh, that's a heck of an entrance. Nice job, my friend. All right, that is Jalen Moore and Isaiah Johnson. They got fight of the night for round 19. Thank you so much, fellas. All right, 3 stars for the night. Our 3rd star of the night goes to a double winner, actually. It's 2 people. Brianna Carrera and Adolphe Stevens. Congratulations to both, as they both are the number 3 stars of the night. Congratulations to them.
Carrera had
our
that knockdown.
number
That was
2
vicious.
star
Well
of
deserved.
the night. Big round of applause for Brittany Sims.
Oh, she was excellent.
Brittany Sims.
Oh, yeah, I talked about her, yeah. Good boxer,
Congratulations,
yeah.
Brittany.
Technical, skillful.
And the
Beautiful.
number 1 star
I like
of
her.
the night, ladies and
Brittany
gentlemen.
Sims.
Round of applause goes out to Jesse Hart.
Okay, the veteran.
Jesse
Hey.
Hart.
And rightfully
Come on in the
earned
ring,
it.
Jesse Hart. You won.
Well, he's the one that came behind me, right? What was
Yeah.
it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Star of the night.
There you go.
Get in the ring.
job,
There we go.
Jesse.
Congratulations.
Oh, definitely well deserved.
Ladies and gentlemen,
After taking the
a
accidental
big
headbutt.
round of applause to all of the boxers. Everybody out here. Come here, Jesse. Let me talk to you real quick. All right, now, 1 round is 1 round, but it's still something you got to prep for. How was it tonight?
It was good. I'd like to thank God, all the people in Dallas that came out, my coaching staff, Wahid Raheem, Bobby King, my whole team. We just prepared it for this, man, and it was great. Great show.
A lot of people not so sure what this is all about. What do you tell your friends and family and people that have never seen this before? It's an unbelievable evening of action.
Unbelievable experience. Tune in to Team Combat League each and every time everybody fight. This is an experience you don't want to miss. Tune in to Team Combat League. You won't be disappointed.
Jesse Hart, star of the night, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, thank you so much for coming to Gillies. Thanks so much for Team Combat League. Go home, be careful, drive safe. We'll see you next time.
Well, my friends, thank you once again for joining us here on Juneteenth, live from Dallas in Gillies. It was a great night of action. We saw some knockouts, we saw some knockdowns, and we saw a lot of good scraps. Raul, any final thoughts before we log off?
Hey, it was fun. I love doing this platform. I hope it continues. I can't wait till we get into the finals and the semifinals, everything that's coming up, and look forward to more shows, and I hope it continues for many years.
Oh, I hope so too. This is season 2. I think there'll be a season 3 with the way things are going.
Oh.
Man, go back and see
When you
those
see
replays.
stuff like that, yes.
You got that Brawl Pass. Go back and see those replays. Make sure you check out the doubleheader live from Long Beach, California tomorrow. And hopefully we'll see you again next time for Raul El Diamante Marquez. I'm Justin Simmons saying thank you once again for joining us here in Dallas, as it was Philadelphia Smoke defeating the Dallas Enforcers 229 to 217. Good night, y'all.